Hello, my sweet little angel boy. Let's find a picture. Let's find an appropriate picture. I don't have any good. I need to take new pictures. I really do. Groove is in the heart. Bird, bird, bird. Not a kitty picture. Oh, who doesn't love the kitties? Good morning, Vcash, Angie, how are you? I wanted to talk about frequencies this morning. Well, for me, it's afternoon now. While I drink my caffeinated beverage before I start my chores. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Angie. The best thing to do is rest and hydrate. That's what I was told when I had the flu, which I'm still a little mucusy and nasally about it, but I'm over the hump. Hey, Mike. I wanted to play my drone flute for you guys, just so you guys can hear what it sounds like, but I'm not good at it, like not even a little bit. I broke out the flute and Gary left, so what does that tell you? Yeah, my voice got pretty shitty. But it'll come back. Don't worry. Drink juice. Drink something with vitamin C in it. Stay hydrated. Hello, Chrissy. The dreaded chores. Yeah. Well, okay. To be fair, when I had a really shitty week at work. And Gary knew this. And I texted him at work yesterday, kind of just airing out my grievances. And I came home to a very clean kitchen and floor, and I was flabbergasted because he knows that makes me happy. And he was trying to figure out what he could do to make me happy having such a shitty week. And it did. But there's always things to do. It never ends. So after this, I will definitely be doing chores, probably laundry, maybe the bathroom. We'll see. I don't know, but nobody cares. I want to talk to you guys about hertz. Hertz, don't it? Frequencies. I've been learning. I'm not like fully educated, but from what I understand, I do know that frequency matters because I've been researching sound therapy, and science can actually back me up on this one. Different hertz, different frequencies offer you different things. And so I'm just going to touch on the 440 versus 432 real quick. And then I'm going to play you my drone flute that I got that I need to practice like a lot. So what I'm learning, and I don't know if this is a conspiracy theory or what, but back in the day, the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, these are the elite people that run the world, that are the richest and most powerful families. They made it so radio stations had to play their music at 440 hertz. Why does that matter? Because 440 hertz, if you can look this up, you know, I think Mike did. He fact-checked me on something earlier. I thought that was so cute. But 440 hertz actually can cause anxiety, irritation, not good things. Yeah, they paid to, I'm sure they did pay to study this, Vcash. So why on earth would they want the radio stations playing it at this frequency if it's going to agitate the public? Is it about control? Is it about divide and conquer? Is it about keeping the people on edge? Some musicians, like Bob Marley, refused and would play in 432 hertz. Now, 432 hertz is considered the God frequency. 432 hertz is the same frequency that the Earth gives off. Yes, the Earth has electromagnetic field, and it gives off frequencies too. And I'm going to get more into this, hi Mary, whenever I start talking about earthing, which I'm not going to get into today. Thanks, Mike, you too. But the Earth gives off frequencies. And So 432 is like one of the healing frequencies. Now there are other frequencies that I don't know about yet. I'm still learning. But as far as, hi Racing King, as far as where I'm starting in my journey of learning about sound and how it can affect the human body, I know that 432 is a good place to start. So I bought a drone flute from I Am Sound. A drone flute is not like American Pie Bandcamp flute. It's not a brass instrument. This is actually probably 3D printed. It's plastic. I would show it, but I don't want to show anything right now. Thanks, Indie Dan. And a drone flute is basically a flute that has two holes to blow in. You can blow in one where you can change the pitch, and the other side has no pitch. So it's just kind of harmonizing with the first side. And I looked up a quick tutorial on this because I wanted to try it because I need to practice. And I have to stretch my fingers. They're not used to the placement on this flute. But I want you guys to hear what it sounds like. So I'm going to put my phone down. And I'm going to move the chihuahua because I don't want to blow in his ears. Move, buddy. You have to move for just a second. You don't want this in your face, trust me. All right. So I'm just going to do... I'm just going to do a walk up and down the flute so you can hear what it sounds like, okay? Don't judge me. Like I said, I haven't practiced and I need to. And I will because I want to do live streams including instruments. I ordered a crystal singing bowl, a 432 hertz crystal singing bowl as well. Hello, David. So this is what it sounds like. Don't judge me. Obviously, I need practice, but that gives you an idea. So it's like, it almost sounds like Native American, right? It's not like band camp and flute. The flute channel. This is your flutorial, as they call it. Now, yes, very mystical, and the frequencies are important. The frequencies actually can help the human body. Look it up if you don't believe me. Now I'm going to play the same thing, but I'm going to play with the drone side. The drone side is a even pitch. It doesn't change. There's just two holes, okay? So I'm going to do the same thing poorly, but I'm going to use both sides, okay? And there are a lot of tricks to do this. I don't know them yet. Like if you roll your R's, if you hum, you can make this thing sound crazy good. And I don't think I'll ever get there. Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Fruity Pebbles. I don't like cinnamon. Cinnamon's the devil. Here's the drone side too, okay? Hold on. The reason it sounds like shit is because my hands aren't used to where the holes are at. It's learn how to stretch my fingers. But that's the flute that I got that I've been talking about. The next item that I'm going to be getting that I just ordered, it should be here, I think, is just one crystal singing bowl because they're expensive. I was going to get a metal one, and then I heard the differences, and I don't think metal ones sound as good. The crystal singing bowls have a very clean, beautiful sound. And it's basically you're just hitting a crystal bowl with a mallet, and it produces a sound. And the one I chose, you can choose which frequencies you want them. I got 432 again, and I'm going to kind of stick with, hi Tanya's. Good job, though. Thanks. I'm going to practice. If you keep practicing with your holes, you'll soon master those holes. I love that. Hi, Bev. So, like I've been saying, I want to do sound therapy live streams. And listen, lots of people do those. I am not special. In fact, I'm probably going to suck at it. But I want to bring more positivity and healing vibes to my channel because there's been a lot of toxicity here. And I'm trying to shed all that. And I want to bring a live stream to the people that enjoy me personally, because you could find anyone doing this online. But I'm going to take you guys into nature when the weather clears up, and I'm going to bring out all the instruments that I'm going to be practicing throughout the winter. And we're going to do some sounds, and we're going to do some nature scenes, and I'm going to show you earthing, which is where you put your bare feet on the ground, on the earth. Studies show they did placebo, okay? They've done placebo tests where they've put people on bare ground versus, I don't know what they used exactly, but one group wasn't actually earthing and touching the ground and feeling the frequency of the earth, and the other group was. And the group that was doing it, and they didn't know because it was a blind test, they didn't know, but they showed markedly improved cortisol levels. What does that tell you? That the earth can heal. The earth can heal us. I feel like for most diseases out there, the earth has a solution. I mean, look at antibiotics. Antibiotics is just like fungus. So fungus can help bacteria, right? So, I mean, I guess we haven't found the cure for everything from earth, but I feel like to stay healthy and have a positive mindset, not just physically, but also spiritually and mentally, we need to get back to nature. We need to get back to the basic things that we need in life that we forget about. We're so congested with all these distractions in life that we need to just kind of sometimes take a breath, take a moment, and literally, like not just figuratively, go touch grass with your bare feet. Hey, Jeff. Most people don't do it. I mean, when was the last time you walked on the ground barefoot? We always have shoes on, right? But anyways, so I'm kind of incorporating different things into my future live streams. I mean, there'll still be dog walks and talks, but I also want to just kind of chill. I'm still debating whether I want to continue to do live workouts. I'm not sure if I do a live workout, if the right people are watching or not. But I have been asked by several people if I'm going to be doing that again, and I'm not 100% sure, but it would be outside just like before. I touched a donut. This earth is beautiful. This world, on the other hand, right? It's not the earth, it's the people. It's the people that suck. But not everybody sucks, I generalize when I say that. When I say people suck, I hate people. But when I get to know certain individuals, there is hope for humanity. There are still good people out there. It's just a matter of finding them and hanging on to them. I don't like wearing shoes. Barefoot is the best. Do you go barefoot outside, Bev? All right, Angie, good luck. When you get an ultrasound, it's all based on sound waves, and that tech is pretty incredible. It is, yes. Tiffany, you should do 1980s Jane Fonda VHS workouts. Oh, my God. That would be so funny. I already have the spandex. I don't know if I have the 80s colors, though. Like, they had some crazy colors. A few leotards. Should I, tease my hair and stuff, too? And, I mean, I already have the makeup, the crazy makeup skills for... Let's put on some crazy blue eyeshadow and put on some pantyhose and run around. That'd be funny. But that's not really what I do, though. I lift weights and stuff. Cosplay workouts. Crimp your hair. Oh my God, when was the last? Remember when crimping was popular? That's funny. All right, I need to take a sip of this because the whole reason we're here. Also, I wanted to share the flute, but also I'm drinking my caffeine so I can get motivated. I haven't eaten anything. I've been a bum all day so far. I gotta get something done so I don't feel like a piece of shit. I hope everyone's having a nice Saturday, though. I needed a day of just chilling because I've had a hell of a week. Hell of a week. anyone's interested in these flutes, I doubt it, but if you are, go to iamsound.com. They have all kinds of stuff. I just chose this flute because I could afford it, because a lot of them are expensive. This one I paid like $75 plus shipping. I don't think Curtis Knight, I don't think I can play that kind of stuff on this flute. It's more just like frequency and tones. I don't think you can play like I mean, maybe you could play something simple, but I don't know about that. It's getting me all Dances with Wolves. Well, wait till I get the singing bowls and the tuning forks and the drum. I can only get one instrument at a time because I'm broke, but the singing bowl is coming, you guys. I even have slippers and smoke a pipe. Well, if ever there was a time to smoke a pipe, get the peace pipe, everybody, and let's get our native on. I suck, and there's 20 people listening to me suck. Thanks for listening to me suck. Actually, it's blowing. I'm blowing right now. I'm not sucking. That's not what it meant. I didn't mean that. I was gonna get an ocarina, and if you guys don't know what an ocarina is, you guys ever play Legend of Zelda? That little flute that, what's his face? Link plays, I think. I never played Legend of Zelda, but if you know, you know. But I didn't like how high-pitched it was. I like lower-pitched things, not high-pitched things. Hey, Tea Time. Happy New Year to you, too. Thank you. Yes, Zelda. I think you're doing good so far. You know, the problem, Bev, is like you have to keep an airtight closure with your finger on the hole. If you move it even slightly, it'll change the pitch. And I think my hands are gonna have to get used to the stretching, because it's not a very wide flute, but my hands aren't used to it. Hi, Shane. Did you hear when I was talking about the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and how they made radio play 440 hertz? And 440 hertz causes agitation and anxiety. And 432 hertz, which is what this flute is, considered the God frequency, produces calm relaxation. I don't know if you were here for that, but look it up. Look up on Google 440 hertz versus 432 hertz, and you will hear the difference. And then you can decide for yourself if you hear a difference. What does one sound like to you versus the other? How does it make you feel? Does one of them feel more calming to you? Can you not tell a difference? Thanks, Bev. I haven't really learned yet, but I'm working on it. Like, you can roll your R's to make a sound, to make a fluttery sound. The problem is I can't really roll my R's, so that, I don't know. I'll try. I'll practice not on live stream and not when Gary's home. But as far as I've gotten so far, just walking up and down the hills. But it's my new toy. Unfortunately for the ukulele, it's been shelved. That's kind of typical for me, though. I pick something up and I put it down for one reason or another. For the reason of the any stringed instrument, and I used to play bass too. I had a bass guitar a long time ago. My whole problem with that is it hurts my fingers. And yes, you will develop calluses, but I also like don't really want a bunch of calluses. So, yeah, I'm a little princess. Good times, fun stopping in here and hearing you play your soothing music. Take care. I'm resume getting blitzed now. Oh, Tanya. All right, take care. Hey, water is your friend, Tanya. What does Phoenix do when you play the flute? That's the real test. Well, when I first brought it out, my dog Shadow was freaking the fuck out. Phoenix just kind of listens. He does get quiet when I play it. So I wonder if it affects him too, like frequency-wise. For once in her pathetic life, Tiffany wears t-shirts isn't talking about Rain and JT. I don't talk about Rain and JT that much. I don't know what you think I am, Frank, or why you're here, but I have other interests. Anya, take care of yourself, okay? I'm gonna get that stuck in your head. Frank, do you know where your children are? And hurting? Hi, Donald. What's hurting? What's wrong? There are, of course, other frequencies, but these are the ones I'm learning about right now. One in the 500s, one in the 800s, that are supposed to like stimulate your chakras. I don't know how I feel about chakras. I don't know what my beliefs are on certain things, but I do like science-backed evidence. So when you tell me there's studies that say that a 432 hertz frequency does wonders for your body, I can go with that. But if you tell me that like 535 or whatever hertz that is opens up your heart chakra, I don't really know what that means. Like, I know what people think chakras are, and I'm not poo-pooing it at all. I'm just not educated enough to talk to you about it. The shocker was highly rated. The shocker? What's the shocker? Tiffany, where are yours? And you don't have any. Poor Gary, he wanted a son. No, he didn't. He was the one that didn't want to have kids. He told me that right off the bat. He did say on live stream that he did want one, but he was fucking with me, and I was so pissed off. I was like, dude, you know they're going to believe you. And he's like, I know, that's what's so funny. And I'm like, you asshole. But my kids are my fur children. Would you like to see another fur child? I take very good care of my kids. I mean, what is a mother if it's not someone that loves and cares for someone else, right? Just because I didn't pop them out of my body doesn't mean I'm not a mom. I'm just not a mom to... Oh, that one's blurry. I'm just not a mom to humans, which I'm okay with. I don't regret that decision. I'm happy with that decision. Look at this boy. Look how happy he is. That's my son right there. And I will take care of him until the day he dies or I die. And then I will get another one because I love dogs. Frank Rizzo just seems miserable. I'd wish people like that peace, but I'm not that person. Oh, Vcash, you mean 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink? The shocker. Too much cinnamon can kill you. Actually, anything could. I'm really intrigued with the concept of frequency aspect. Shane, too much water can kill you. Billy Hayden doesn't believe me because he's uneducated and he refuses to learn, but anything can kill you. Too much water can upset your electrolyte balance and cause all kinds of problems. But most people don't ever drink enough water to get to that point. But that's why it's important that you hydrate. And if you're sweating a lot, that you don't just drink water, that you drink something like Gatorade, something with potassium chloride, I believe, or magnesium, whatever the electrolytes are. Because kids have died in the summer by drinking too much water. It's happened. It can happen. So yes, anything can overdose. I would totally be for getting a Chihuahua. Are you sure? Chihuahuas have little man syndrome. All right, don't let this cute face fool you. He's an asshole. He's my asshole, and I love him dearly, but he's really good in the stores and in the airports and stuff. Like, he is very well behaved. He's very polite. But at home, or if I take him somewhere, like an aunt's house or something, you best believe that he is a one-person dog. So are you going to buy another child when they both pass on? Yeah, I'll either buy them or adopt them, and I'll give them a good life too. So what? Where are your kids, Frank? You told me you had kids. Isn't that scary? We talked about this last time, Frank Rizzo. If you're not lying to me and you actually have children, you're setting an excellent example for them by bullying people on the internet. Good job. I hope your parents, if they're alive, I hope they're proud of you. I really do. I miss anything? Yeah, someone died in a radio challenge. Okay, but that person, it wasn't water intoxication. That person's bladder, I think, burst. She was trying to win an Xbox. I thought it was an Xbox. Maybe it was a Wii. I don't know. But that's a different kind of death. But still, yeah, definitely water was the reason. But I could have won a Nintendo Wii. She couldn't. She wasn't allowed to. That poor woman. They didn't give her... I mean, first of all, it was a poorly thought out concept. They didn't think about the health aspect. I guess they didn't know that could kill you. So they didn't tell the contestants the cautions. Not only should they have been fired, but they should have been charged. That's negligence. But that was different because her bladder exploded, causing water to consume her, you know. But water intoxication doesn't necessarily affect your bladder. Billy, being the studious man that he is, thinks that the only way water can kill you is by drowning. No, it doesn't have to go in your lungs to kill you. Your heart runs on electricity, powered by electrolytes. And there is a water electrolyte balance that goes on in your body. And if that goes one way or the other, if it tips in the salts, if it's too much salts in your body, that can kill you. If there's too much water in your body, that can kill you. It's rare with the water, but it happens. I'm sure Billy also doesn't believe that frequencies matter. People like that, there's just no getting through to them. They're stuck in their ways and they're not going to change. But I'm not here to try to make them change, you know? Thanks, Ross. I still feel mucusy and nasally, but every day is a little better. And today, after I do my chores, I'm going to do a home workout. I haven't worked out in forever. And I can't go as hard as I normally do. So instead of just going to the gym, I have stuff I can do at home. So I'm going to get back into it slowly because not going to the gym for like a month has really caused me to be depressed because I don't have that physical outlet for the rage. Plus, we've got seasonal depression with the shorter days and the snow and the cold. So Tiffany can be a little bit of a hot mess right now. So Tiffany needs to get back into working out. And she will. Also, I've been wanting to do this for a long time because people, my haters, say that when I show pictures of myself, that I do it for attention, for male attention. And that was never the purpose of sharing my fitness journey. And I tell people, I have women that come to me in private message and tell me I inspire them. And people like Rusty are like, you're a liar. Nobody does that. You do it because you want guys to look at you. No, bitch, I want everyone to look at me. No, I'm kidding. Am I? But no, I did it because I want to hold myself accountable, for sure. And if I can inspire one person, it's worth it. And I totally have inspired multiple people, all women. So the other day, a friend of mine, I haven't talked to in forever, she got back to me to show me her results from her hard work, because she's been at it. It's not just a once in a while thing, it's a lifestyle change, right? So I asked her, I said, look, you can say no, and this is a really weird question, but like, if I block out your identity, can I show people, one, that you said that I inspired you, and two, your amazing results? And she said, yeah, do it. So I made a short, and it's on my channel. It's very short. It's like less than a minute, I think. And it shows her amazing transformation. She went from a BMI of 33 to 18. I mean, she's surpassed me. She has superseded me in everything. We had a talk last night. I take a lot of supplements because my diet's not perfect. It's not great. It's hard to get everything in that I want to get in. And she gets a lot of her things from Whole Foods. So I would say, if anything, she inspires me. And that's what this should be about. This whole social media thing should be about promoting each other, lifting each other up, inspiring each other. But a lot of times we fall into that whole suck of like insulting each other and putting everyone down and adding to the misery of life. And I, for one, am trying to crawl out of that hole. Let's see that dog's nails. Are you acid trip, Frank Rizzo? Because you sound like acid trip right now. Hi, Lucy. We have snow in I bet you have snow in Scotland. Both of my children are married. Oh, so you're an old man. Trust me, I'm a responsible adult. You were too scared to raise a human being. I don't think scared was I don't think it's the right word. But what do you care what I do with my reproductive organs? That's weird. Why are you caring so much about that? You know, they say, oh, those people shouldn't have kids. So we didn't. So now you're going to judge me for it? We're the people that shouldn't have kids. We know. So we didn't. You can't win. You can't win either way. Oh, Ross, you're sweet. Hi, Patrick. Hey, by the way, you guys, Patrick NY was the only one of you motherfuckers that personally reached out to me to say Happy New Year. Patrick, thank you, by the way, for thinking of me. At that time, I was playing on my PlayStation and completely forgot what day it was because I work and, like, days just melt into each other. So he messaged me Happy New Year, and I'm like, oh, yeah, Happy New Year. So thank you for that. What was the problem? Wisdom is mine. What problem? I think it's because you can talk about anything. I can talk about it. Well, that's not true, Ross. I don't talk about things I don't understand or I don't care about. Like, I don't understand, nor do I care about politics. There are certain things I'm not going to talk about because I can't contribute. If I don't have an opinion on it, like if I'm not educated, I'm not going to talk about it. But my interests lie. My interests lie elsewhere. My interests lie more with, I'm really trying to be a better person in every aspect I can. And it's not always easy, especially in our community, if you will. But I can't leave the community. I like too many people here. Hey, kiddles. Kittle, stop giving me your money. You don't need to do that, but thank you. You know YouTube takes 30% of that, right? Hey, Kittles, you want to hear me play the flute? I think he said yes. I think he said yes. Oh, come on. How you like them apples? Well, that's good. I know a lot of people that talk about things they don't understand. They'll have this weird confidence about shit they don't know. Well, I have a propensity. Is that a word? Propensity? A penchant? I have a way of talking with confidence about things that maybe I don't know everything about. And I can sound a little persuasive at times, and then I find out I'm wrong, and I'm like, oh, damn. Here's an example. I'm going to give you an example of when I was wrong, okay? Because I can admit when I'm wrong. I was always under the belief that the middle of your tongue does not have nerve endings. Because when I got my tongue pierced, I think I read that somewhere. So when you get your tongue pierced, you really only feel it on the outer part of your tongue when the needle goes in. Because I had a tongue piercing. So I always was under the belief, all right, the middle of your tongue doesn't have any nerve endings. And it wasn't until a couple streams ago that Tassie Joe, and she's a smart cookie, okay? Don't underestimate Tassie Joe. She's smart. She's observant. She's funny. Anyways, she's like, you're wrong. Well, she didn't say it that way. But she's like, try squeezing your tongue with your fingers. It hurts. So I did that. And it did hurt. So I looked it up. And I'm like, you're right. I'm wrong. Ross, thanks for the eyeball. Thanks for watching me. Hey, Doug. Happy Saturday. But yeah, so she was right. I was wrong. I was always under the belief that that was true. And it took a friend to correct me. And I am totally cool with admitting when I'm wrong, because we all can be wrong at times. It happens. As long as you can admit when you're wrong and educate yourself to what the right thing is, then it's okay, because we're flawed. We're human, you know? Propensity. Is it a word? Did I use it right? It sounded right. I don't know. What, are you rich now? Who's rich? You have all the rights in the world to judge anybody. You should go sit with Rusty, because she thinks that way too. Hey, Terry with the boat. I love giving tiny amounts of money to Tiffy. I appreciate your tiny amounts, but you know it's not necessary. You have to reach $100 by YouTube after they take your 30%. So $130 before they'll send you money. So you have to get at least 130. So I'm not holding my breath. The largest, okay, let me just tell you. I'll tell you a little factoid. The most amount of money, the biggest check I ever got from YouTube, because people think I don't make money on YouTube. Yes, I'm monetized, but that was just kind of like a goal to achieve, you know? And I don't even monetize my shit anymore. But the most money I ever made was like, my check was like $760 some. And that's when I was making a lot of videos, a lot of content, and I was going live and people were donating to me. So that was cool. Like that was cool, but this is not a job for me. I think it's cool that people can use this as a job, like more power to them, but it's just a hobby. And it's not, YouTube is not my first rodeo. Like, I grew up on social media. I was in chat rooms before AOL. I was a little kid in chat rooms, which, by the way, I don't think that's okay. But back in like the 90s, like they didn't pay as much attention, you know. But I grew up in chat rooms, and then AOL came around, and then things like YouNow came around, MySpace, Facebook. So like I've always been on the public side of things, talking to strangers. That sounds so wrong, but I'm not dead yet, so it's okay. All right, what are we saying? What are we saying? Hi, Scotland. Are you wearing your kilt? I used it right? Kiddos, I'm never going to show them to you. I'm not even going to show you my flute. At least you're willing to learn. People like DA are always wrong, but it isn't willing to learn. Ooh, shots fired at DA. Yeah, propensity is correct. Thank you. It sounded right, but I've misused words many times. I'm like, that's probably wrong. Define cheating, Frank Rizzo. Let's talk about what that means. It's not for everyone, but the people that manage to figure out how, good on them, you know. I don't fault them for it. Some people make excellent content. I watch a lot of content on YouTube, various things. I have my people that I like watching, and it's mostly, you know what? I can't even say it's mostly the same. I will listen to a lot of different things. I listen to conspiracies. I watch shopping videos. That's a weird hobby that I like doing, like window shopping, but from my couch. I like watching unboxings. I like reviews. I like learning about things like sound therapy this is my new hobby. So just, I don't know, whatever mood I'm in. Education. YouTube is great for learning. Also, I cheat a lot on my PlayStation games by watching YouTube videos because I'm lazy and impatient. That's pretty decent. With the flute, listen, I gotta practice. This is like the first time I've used it. Listen to Frank trying to see, this is what I mean. Yes, I can ban Frank, and I have in the past. But then after a while, I go through my ban list and I let everyone free from the cage. And then they come back. But it's hard to get rid of toxicity. It finds me. I don't know if I attract it, if I manifest that shit. I don't know what is up with the haters, but here I am just trying to have a civil conversation and talk about my interests. And this grown-ass individual who raised humans, though I feel for them, those poor kids, this is their role model, goes on the internet and bullies people. That's his fun, or her fun. You just popped in a Zen? What's that? I do love talking to strangers. Strangers with candy. Oh my god, I'm so far behind. Hold on 1 second. I don't like leaving you guys waiting. Hi, gal pal. He's not wearing his kilt. Are you naked? Show me your flute. Show me your flute. No, wait, I don't want to see it. So, gal pal, this is not like a flute like in a band. This is a drone flute. Like a Native American type of flute. It's not a brass instrument. It's not American Pie band camp flute. It's more it's a 432 hertz drone flute from I Am Sound. So you only wear your kilt at soccer games. Do you wear underwear underneath? I know, kiddos, save your you're allowed to be here without paying me. You know that, right? You watch more YouTube videos and streaming services? You know what? I think I do too. I'll have a time where I'll sit down with Gary and watch something online. We stream it on the TV. But at work, At night, I'm always on YouTube. Either I'm in chat messing with you guys or I'm watching videos. I watch more videos than TV anymore these days. Oh, you like cooking content? Vcash, what's your like go-to cooking content? What do you like to watch being cooked? I like when they cook meat. I don't know why, but it just the sizzling. Oh, love it. It takes a long time to get good at the flute. Probably. I can't wait for GTA 6. Only 11 months away until they add more time. They've been saying it's coming out forever. Nicotine pouch. Oh, I didn't know you did that, Ross. I heard you are a victim. I am a victim too. I am not a victim. You're only a victim if you allow it. Well, I mean like bullying. I'm not like rape victim or anything like that. Or like murder. I mean like bullying. You're only a victim if you allow them to get to you. I am not allowed to be here without paying. That's not true. Don't start that silliness. The vids are a lot of AI these days. Well, Dougie Doug, I follow content creators that I've been following for years. I watch, like, gamers play games sometimes. Like, I like Markiplier. He actually made a movie. It's coming out at the end of this month. Guy's worth, he's a millionaire now. He made all his money on YouTube, and then he branched out. He had, like, a clothing brand. Now he's making movies. Daz Games is another guy I watch. They're not AI. They're just regular people playing video games, and they're funny. Jacksepticeye is another big one. I also watch Sophia Nygaard. She does weird, like, let's buy every makeup product at Ulta and make our own Franken makeup. Like just weird shit. But yeah, like especially shorts. A lot of shorts these days are obviously AI, and sometimes not even obvious. Sometimes it's hard to tell. It's getting so good, and especially with boomers, they can't tell at all. My main content is car repair. It's almost always how to cook. Vcash, do you consider yourself a good cook? You vape? Oh, Ross, don't vape. You're going to get popcorn lung. Vaping is so bad. You're better than that, Ross. You could include messing around with Charlie, Tiffany. Include it in what? In my truth? Sure. Which gamer streams do you watch, Dougie Doug? Let's see the dog's nails. Yeah, I mean, I think smoking, not that I endorse smoking, it's probably better than vaping. No, I'm a terrible cook. That's why I watch the videos. Even then, I'm still a novice. That's how I feel about literally everything, Vcash. Like, I watched a tutorial before on this flute before I came on here. And obviously, that's the only thing I can play right now. But I am a master of no trade, that's for sure. But it is nice to have how-to videos on YouTube. I've learned a lot of how to do shit because of YouTube. I need to get this drink drunk, because then once it's done, I'm going to end the stream. But I still have, like, way too much. Let's talk about fasting. I really want to fast again. I want to do a 3-day fast. The 3 days is the sweet spot. More than 3 days is not good. Less than 3 days does not give you the benefits. But did you know? Now, I'm not a doctor, okay? But did you know that if you fast for 3 days, your body will heal itself? Your body on the cellular level will get rid of damaged mitochondria, damaged proteins. It goes into a state of autophagia, which means it eats itself. It eats the poorly encoded cellular structures in your body. What does that mean for you? Oh, I don't know. Health, cancer. You will probably lose weight, but that's not why I want to do it. I want to do it because the whole cellular level of health is intriguing to me. The problem is I have hypoglycemia. So when my sugar drops, I shake and I sweat and I feel horrible. And my job is pretty physically demanding, you know, at Target. So, it's hard to put out that much effort without getting any fuel. I did a fast when I was on my vacation back in November, but I want to do it again. I'm just trying to find a good time that I can do it. Maybe like start on a Friday through the weekend, because I usually have weekends off. But I really want to get into that again because, like I said, my whole next interest is health, not just physical health. Here, but I will show you physical health and what it means to me. So, I'm going to choose a racy picture because why the hell not? I do what I want. Whatever. So here's me, okay? And people are like, "Oh, it's your pants. You wear those tummy tucking pants. You're hiding your rolls of skin." And it's true that like these pants do like kind of shape you in a little way. But then let me show you. Now I got that little tune stuck in my head. This is what I look like. I'm not showing that much here, I don't think. I've shown almost just as much like in my workout clothes. So that's the tummy that I'm hiding in my pants. No, okay, no. Because I had a tummy. I can never show it because it always like zooms in. I don't know if I have like a before and after I could show you on my tummy. I think I do. Let me see. I looked pregnant. Like you guys, like, do you know like what my body's been through and how much better I feel now? Let me see. Looking, not finding. Can I show that? No. See, I can't like reposition the picture. That's what sucks. There we go. That was my belly. That was me. People thought I was pregnant. You don't think I look pregnant? People, listen, Ross. I will never forget the day I was at the Dollar Tree, and then this nice little old lady congratulated me on my baby. What baby? There was no baby. That was... Go back to the other picture. No, you need the truth. This was a cupcake baby induced by medication. Look at it. You think I want male attention? Look at this. Ross, this was me, okay? So obviously, I'm pretty proud of where I've gotten, how far I've come. Because when I stopped the meds, it didn't stop my body from looking like this. No, I was stuck like this. And I'm like, it went, like, I will say, I was bloated, so it went down slightly because I wasn't bloated after the meds, but only slightly. I was still like a balloon, you know? So I went from that. I know, everyone's like, oh, I don't want to see that. Well, that's who I was. That's my truth. I went from that to this. Okay? And people are like, you're hiding your stomach. Am I? Am I hiding it? People suck. And yeah, sometimes I get a little racy because I feel sexy and I feel cute. And I'm like, I'm going to show the things because I came so far and I used to feel fat and ugly. And now I feel great. You pulled yourself up out of that. You should be proud. Yeah. And the medicine I was on was to help treat depression. And it just made me depressed. Do we see the irony? Hello, Anthony Chihuahua. Wait, I gotta see a picture of your Chihuahua. I gotta blow it up, though, because I have old lady eyes. Hold on. Very cute. What motivated you mostly? What motivated me was I felt horrible when I looked in the mirror. I felt horrible. And I felt like I had no control over my life. So I thought, okay, well, what can I control? I can control my own body. And I did. Now, my diet could use some improvement. I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't always eat the best. I try, but it's not always easy for me. And I work out. And I learned how to work out. And I learned the ways of how to add muscle. And I'm not going to be a muscle mommy. I don't want to be huge. I don't want bulk. But I want some definition. I want a little bit of muscle, a little bit more than I have now. And I'll probably never have a six-pack, but that's okay. But I do work out the abs because you should work out all your muscles, not just the ones you want to flex, you know? It was called Zyprexe. Zyprexe, I think. I wasn't even on it for that long. It wasn't working. And also, you saw what happened to my body. But I didn't stop it because of what happened to my body. I stopped it because it wasn't doing anything. I went through a gauntlet of medications before I found what works for me. It's all about chemistry. And although we are human, we're all human, we do somewhat have different chemistries. So certain drugs might work for one person and not the other person. When I was in a psych ward, this is not, like, it's not a rumor, it's true, and I've talked about this several times. Every time I left the psych ward, because I went multiple times, they had me so drugged, I was like a zombie. And it took the work of a psychiatrist. And Rusty or JT, or if any of you are recording this, this is my truth, I'm not ashamed of it. It took my psychiatrist and me to work through trial and error before I found what works for me. There was a rumor going around by a certain individual that was telling people, I tell people to stop their meds and just go out in the sunshine and work out, and that's not true. I've never stopped my meds. I just feel like exercise, eating well, and being outside in nature helps along with your doctor prescribed medication. They work hand in hand to help you feel better. So while I still take my medication, I don't feel as good because I haven't been able to work out because I've been sick. And plus, the days are shorter too. That's why I like at the gym, they have this red light therapy machine. And I don't know if it necessarily has all the UV rays that the sun does, but It definitely, I always feel better when I leave that machine. I think it does something for your eyeballs into your brain that kind of tells you like sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. Smoke weed, fuck the prescriptions. I do smoke weed on occasion, but and edibles sometimes on occasion. But they're probably gonna make that that stuff. I don't know if they're gonna legalize, like make it illegal to get in Pennsylvania, because right now recreational marijuana is illegal. But because of the farm bill, the hemp bill, you can get the cheap, like not very potent weed, which is what I get, which is legal. But and the edibles, but they might change that. So I don't know. I might have to stop, and that's all right. I'll find another crutch. Don't worry. Just say no. Music therapy. I like music therapy. This is more sound therapy. While music in itself is sound, there is something to be said about certain instruments that give off certain frequencies. And that's where you're getting your benefit, is from the frequency itself. So yeah, you can rock out to music. I do, and it makes me feel good too sometimes, and I love to sing along. But this is just a little bit different. This is a little bit more spiritual. And there's science to back it, which is why I think that I'm so intrigued, because it's not just a bunch of hippy dippy bullshit, you know? Okay, let me change picture. This is me with glasses on at work. Not my current job. This is a previous job. And I was feeling it that day. Clearly. Here's me with my bird. Picture time. Oh my god, I gotta get this drunk. I have to be careful because I have some really not good pictures in here that you don't need to see. This is me in a dress. It cut off my head. That's not going to work for me. But I want to, oh, speaking of dresses, I want to get like a fairy looking dress. Like an ethereal fairy dress. I want to get jewelry. When I do my live streams, I want to like be like dressed to the nines. But with no shoes on, like, because I'm going to do the earthing thing. I really want to get into this. Like, this is, like, the thing I want to do. Play that flute when you're high. You know I will. Some sounds are pleasant, some are annoying. Yeah, 440 hertz. 440 hertz, the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds made it so that 440 hertz is what we play on the radio, which causes anxiety and agitation. 432 is the God frequency, which is what this flute is. I'm just not capable of playing it to its full potential. I've heard people play this flute, and it's so beautiful and mystical and magical, and I love it. I don't what these other two buttons do, like buttons, holes. I don't know what the difference is. Shadow, they delivered your gullets. I ordered Shadow some cow gullets, and I think they're in my mailbox. She loves those. She can chew on those for a while. I also ordered them ostrich bones and ostrich beaks and ostrich gizzards. I went on an ostrich tirade. They're going to have so much ostrich shit. I'll get there. I'll get there. I need to just practice. Can you do hot cross buns? I don't know what is that? What is hot cross buns? Jimmy, are you still fapping to my husband and my dog? It's the easiest song to play. Oh, Gremlin, I don't know how to use this flute. I just got it. Kiddles. Dougie Dog doesn't team up with anyone. Dougie Dog isn't into drama. This is a Christmas. This is a Christmas at a work party. I should show you the whole picture because it was a really nice background. It's a big tree, big chair. My face looks terrible, but I liked that dress. I got it at, I think, Shein. Doug is the chillest guy on YouTube. He really is. I don't ignore that much, Doug. I'm sorry. I have a hard time ignoring. Obviously. If I could ignore everything, I wouldn't be in all the drama I'm in. I broke it. That's what happens when you don't have an airtight hole over the holes. What are you guys going to do with your day? Be productive. When I'm not productive, I feel like crap. I feel like a bomb. Don't be a bomb. I'm almost done. Pictures. It's night here. Okay, what are you going to do tomorrow, Scotland? Scotland, I always think it's so weird how you're nice to me, but you're not nice to Lady Venom. And Lady Venom's a friend of mine. And I say that as if, like we actually talk away from here. Not a lot, but I consider very few people from chat an actual friend. But she is like an actual friend. Probably can count on my one hand, how many people I consider real friends that I would like love to meet in real life and take out to Dave & Buster's. It's always got to be Dave & Buster's, because you know what? We would have fun at Dave & Buster's. I would name them, but I don't want people to get jealous. But Lady Venom's definitely one of them. I sent her something. And people are going to say, I'm going to end it on this. People are going to say, by the way, thanks for the $8.97 that Ross and Kittles contributed to the stream today. Thank you very much. Thank you. You guys are cute. So I only ever sent Lady Venom one thing, and I know that she has issues with food. She has, an interesting relationship with food, and I understand that. She would always go and get a maple flavored donut. And I said to her one day, I was like, do you ever try the other ones? And she's like, this is the one I like. And I'm like, but have you ever tried the different ones? So I was like, I'm gonna buy her some donuts. And she's in another country. So I called a donut shop around where she could walk to or get to. And it was called Glory Hole Donuts. And I bought her like a 6-pack of like these top tier gourmet donuts. And I think she appreciated that. She got to try something different. I don't think she finished it because it was a lot. But I was just happy that I got to help her try something different, encourage her to try things. So I'm sending her something else. I'm considering it like a late Christmas gift. She should be getting it on Tuesday. And what really sucks is I tried to send her cat something. I wanted to send her elderly cat Penelope like lickables, because she's old, like a lickable type of treat. And I tried 4 different ones, and it kept telling me I couldn't send them to Canada. I even looked up in Canada what products they carry in Canada for cats, and I tried to order that, and it still wouldn't let me. So I told her, I was like, hey, I sent you something, but like, I tried to send Penelope something, but I couldn't because stupid country laws. But my love language is giving. And anyone that's going to say I buy my friends, Lady Venom was already my friend. I don't buy friends. I just enjoy giving to people. That's how I express my love, my appreciation, my gratitude to certain people. And sorry. What you have to understand is that way before I met any of these chat people in our community, I came from a different sector of YouTube where we did friend mail and we did giveaways and we would send each other presents, and it was so fun. And even as a little kid for Christmas, I was always so much more excited to go shopping for my gifts for my family than getting gifts. Like, I loved getting gifts. As a kid, of course, but I always loved giving. Not to tout my own horn. I'm just saying I don't do these things to try to win favor over people. I don't do these things with malicious intent. I don't do these things with any agenda. I just give. I give to complete strangers. That is just in my DNA. And so when I read astrological signs and stuff, and they say that Leos are generous, then that's what makes me think there's something to that. Because they don't say that about every sign. And my sign is Leo. And I find it very interesting that I do, and other people would agree, I think, that I do consider myself to be a generous person, not just with money, but even with like my time, whatever. And you can't say that about all the other signs. Not to say that like a Capricorn can't be generous, but I'm just saying it's part of what makes a Leo a Leo. So I always found that interesting. Yeah, Glory Hole Donuts, Patrick. That was like perfect. I'm like, Lady Venom, you need to go check out my Glory Hole. She had to go there because I couldn't like send them to her. I called them on the phone and paid over the phone for them. That's the best way. If you want to buy something for someone in another country, that's the best way to do it. Like, you guys remember Haggis? He was the guy that had the sex doll, and he was like always laying in bed, and he's bald, and he was in Scotland. I wanted to send him vegetables because all I ever saw him eat was meat. And when I'm friends with someone, I care about that. I'm no longer friends with him. Like, he showed me who he is as a person, so I just cut off ties completely. But at that time, I considered him maybe not a good friend, but like a chat friend. And I was worried because I was like, all you eat is meat. I'm like, how the fuck am I going to send you vegetables? But then I was like, oh, I could probably just call, because I knew where he lived, like a local place in the country of Scotland, and just buy it there. As long as they'll take American credit cards, like currency. So if you ever want to buy something for someone in another country, just call a shop around where they live, and usually they'll take your credit card. Just a little tip, because I've done this several with like different countries, and I've never ran into an issue with that. But trying to send something to another country, then you've got to worry about customs. Like, I sent a friend of mine in Australia a box of stuff, and I couldn't send seeds. I couldn't send certain things made out of certain wood. Like, there were so many laws. But I had to send this particular box to her because it was a joke, and there's a lot of cool stuff in there too, but like, it was kind of a different situation. So I had to be very careful what I put in that box. Hey, Keith. As shadows flees from our light, as you just stay blessed, stay beautiful more with every healing breath, yes and yes. That's not true. What's not true? I'm a nobody. What's not true? Yeah, what happened to Haggis? I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. I'm sure he's still around. I'm a nobody. Can you tell me what's not true? Patrick is a Capricorn. All right, everyone that says, Tiffany, go live. Tiffany, go live. I just gave you guys an hour and 20 minutes of my time. And thank you for giving me yours. But I'm going to go now. I'm going to go get her done. So I wish you guys all a great day, a great year, love and prosperity, health and wellness. Be blessed, Keith. Yes, all of you be blessed. I don't wish any bad on any of you guys, not even my worst haters that have done the most vile things to me. I am going to try this year. And it's not just because it's a new year. It's just my mentality has shifted. I'm going to try to do better and be better. And I wish that for all of you too. So I'll see you guys around chat. I'm not leaving chat. I'm just saying that I'm going to try to rise above the bullshit. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. I don't know when I'll stream again, but I'll be around. All right, take care.